Welcome everybody to No Nintendo Allowed. This is going to be a temporary series that I'm going to be working on from my older laptop. As you know, I've been having some issues, some annoying fan noises from my newer laptop. That's why I decided to stop doing much recordings or streams from that laptop, and I decided to get back to this one before two things can happen. Either I can get my newer laptop fixed, so for that matter, any donation, for example, would be appreciated, or I'll keep using this until it dies, because this is a 7-year-old laptop, still working pretty well, but I stopped using it entirely when I got the newer laptop in 2014, so I guess this is a good time to actually get to use this again and get the best out of it until it dies. But also, again, if I can get the other laptop fixed, then I will go back to the replay series and the Nintendo vs. Sega that I was just starting on this channel. But in the meantime, as I said before, I'll be using this older laptop for recordings and streams in general, and I decided to do a different series because of that. And that is No Nintendo Allowed, which, by the way, doesn't intend on hating on Nintendo before you get all anal about it. This is more about featuring and paying tribute to more obscure consoles and computer systems that probably many of you never heard about, never played by yourselves, or just got to know because of the internet, like myself in many cases. But this is more about playing more obscure, lesser known consoles and systems in general rather than hating on Nintendo. The reason for me to call it like this, No Nintendo Allowed, is basically because Nintendo was like the most popular company, video game company, during the 90s for the most part. So everybody had a Nintendo console or Nintendo product. Many others, of course, grew up with Genesis, but the vast majority definitely were Nintendo guys. Including myself, even though I played pretty much a little bit of everything in my childhood. And of course, when I was growing older, I decided I am the type of guy that likes to explore beyond the, let's say, mainstream gaming in general, or consoles, handhelds. I try to play very obscure shit all the time. As you know, my favorite games are arcade games, for example, which are going to be included in this series. Alright, I'm gonna go to the game very quickly, or shortly, but let me explain one last thing. This series, this show, is going to be divided into two different sections, two different portions. One of them is going to be featured on this channel, Chilean Retro Gamer III, and the other one will be on Chilean Retro Gamer 4. The portion that corresponds to this channel is going to feature, or will feature, consoles and handhelds. Of course, everything that wasn't made by Nintendo. That is to say, you are going to see Sega, Sony, Neo Geo. Well, today we are going to feature the 3DO. You will see handhelds such as the Game Gear, the Wonder Swan, the Neo Geo Pocket Color, etc. Anything but Nintendo. The portion that goes with a Chilean Retro Gamer 4, or goes in a Chilean Retro Gamer 4, will feature computer systems such as the MS-DOS, the Amiga, the MSX, the Sharp X68000, and also arcade games. So again, the portion for this channel is going to feature consoles and handhelds, and the other one on Chilean Retro Gamer 4 will show computers and arcades. Alright? Okay, that was the intro. Sorry for taking this long, but I think this is going to be a one-time thing. Again, I don't want to hate on Nintendo, but this is more about featuring and paying tribute to more or less known consoles. So these next couple months I will be featuring the 3DO, doing pre-recorded videos and live streams. I plan to do at least 7 or 8 different 3DO games, and I'm starting with Gex. We have plot here.
It all started so simply. I had just finished my usual morning routine of nude funkercise, fired up the Barca Lounger, grabbed a quick bite to eat, and prepared to watch some serious tube. Little did I know, my snack was sent by Rez.
So this is Garfield caught in the act all over again. So yeah, during the next couple months, September and October, I plan on playing a variety of 3DO games. Many of them are actually pretty good. I will try to select a decent collection, a decent set of games. And I'm starting with Gex, which I believe also came out on PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn. Actually, I got to know about this game because of the Sega Saturn version. As you can tell, I already played some of the levels, but I am going to erase the data. Even so, I'm gonna be using save states, just in case. So this is a 2D platformer. You know how much of a 2D platformer fan I am. So yeah, that's the bigger map. Now we have the map for this world, which is the cemetery. I will be explaining the game features as we go, even though they are super simple, you will see. Frankie and Haley, gotta find the remote controls.
Ooh, trick or treat.
Yeah, one thing that probably will annoy many of you, is that Gex is gonna be saying phrases and punchlines all the time. Find remote controls to turn on new level TVs. This can be found on the level. So we have a tongue attack. Well, it's not even an attack. You use this for eating power-ups. This is for killing enemies, and also you jump. You can also run for reaching difficult areas. And as you can tell, you can also climb on walls. Tail whip power balls for 1 health point, or eat them for special power-ups. Oh, okay, if you tail this, you get an extra health. Or rather, eat them. So I get super speed. I think it's a limited one. So you eat different things such as invincibility. There is a fire power-up, an ice power-up also.
I'll take this, and this, and this.
Hold down the run button to get extra speed. Well, I already ran out of the item for additional speed, but now I can run also. What is this for? I don't remember. As you can tell, that there is 3 health points I can take. But also, you can eat items that can increase the amount of hits you can take, up to 6 even. You can duplicate the amount of hits you can take. I need this platform. I already played through the first world as a test, and a little bit of the second one. So that's why I'm not that surprised about these things. Okay, these portals are bonus games, as you can tell. Okay, I don't remember ever getting this one in any of my test gameplays. So if you get 100 of these golden flies, or whatever they are, you get an extra life. It doesn't take a genius to realize, right? Again, this is super simple and extremely generic in many aspects.
This would be great for my collection.
So those are TVs that become bombs afterwards. They explode after 3 seconds.
Yes, fail time.
It's still Tom. Again, he will repeat the same phrases, even the exact same phrase on a different tone. Those are checkpoints. Tell web cameras to take a snapshot of your progress. If you die, you can start over from there. There. Seizure alert. Probably not. It's not a flashing, colorful thing. Alright, that item over there, I destroyed it with my tail, so that becomes health again, in case you need it. Pull down while jumping to tail bounce on enemies or blocks. Hold the jump button and push afterwards for super spring. I never figured out how to actually do the super spring. What is this for? It's probably health. Jump and push up to stick on wall surfaces. Yeah, it's not only referring to this, but also this. You will tell immediately by the type of background that you can climb on those, and you can use all your abilities. I think it's the first hit I ever take. That's insta-kill, that water. Well, we call it water. Alright, making a save state in case the worst happens. Stand in front of the exit TV and press up to exit the level. Oh, did I get the remote control? I didn't even realize when I got it. I must have gotten it somewhere in the level, but
Weirder than 4th of July at Rick James' place.
I didn't notice. So yeah, you get the remote control and you have to press start and go to the inventory. Use the D-pad to choose a remote and press the A button to use it. If it belongs to a TV in this world, the TV will turn on. Well, I already passed the 10 minutes, but I spent easily half of them explaining the new series, so yeah, you select the thing and a new TV gets turned on, which is basically a new level. That's how it's gonna work. Sometimes you will have to grave danger, yeah, jokes. Sometimes you have to find more than one remote control. Okay, I believe this floor collapses and the coffins work as springs. Jasons. Actually, those enemies remind me a lot of the enemies from Ninja Gaiden Arcade. Well, actually, they also appear on the NES Ninja Gaidens, but the size of the enemy reminds me more of the arcade version. So I try to get familiar with the items here. I don't remember which is which. Oh, I believe this is the fire power-up. What about this one though? Oh, extra health. Okay, the orange power-ups gives you an extra hit point. Now I have 4 hit points. Now a 5th one, since I have this fireball attack. You have to use your tongue to make the fireballs appear, and you lose it when you get hit. So it also counts as a shield of sorts. And I lost it immediately, which is fine. I like using my tail more anyway. I mean, range is good, but in this game seems not to be all that great. What's down there? Probably a portal? No, probably death more than anything. Yeah, that's why I'm not a fan of blind jumps. Alright, let's do this again. It is relatively easy to get lives. I don't have too many right now. As you can tell, I'm about to get a 4th one. As a matter of fact. In the bonus games, you can get plenty of lives. In the actual levels also, there are many hidden lives scattered around all over the place. Alright, got the fireball attack again. You disintegrate pretty much everything here. Pretty useful. I guess the firewall was made for a place like this. I'm gonna get the goodies. How do I get up there? I'm curious. Oh shit. Alright, the portal. Alright, these cameras are switches, as you can tell. Even if they are bonus games, you can still die in certain sections, you will see. Alright, so stuff on the other side. I don't think I've ever got this one. This is a life. Oh, I usually do this part without pressing the switch, in fact. So it's super easy after all. I usually like use my tail to bounce on the TVs and make it to the other side. Oh, but you need to do it like that if you want to get the second life, because this world is not supposed to be here. If you do it by jumping on the TVs like I did in the past, I would have been able to get 2 extra lives as opposed to 1. Also 69 flies. Sure. Alright, this is where I died. And there's an extra life as a matter of fact in here. But if I hit that, instead of eating it, I get extra health, which I guess it comes in handy right now. Trust me. Lives are pretty vast in this world, in these areas in general. Okay. I think I'm gonna call the episode here now that I got to the checkpoint. I just want to check this area though. And I didn't even make it to the checkpoint. So, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode of Gex for the 3DO.